Greetings and welcome, fellow puzzlers, to another look at TerraScape. Right, so some time ago I showcased this particular game because I quite enjoyed it and because I got a key. And, well, I did enjoy it quite a bit, so much so that I in fact did most of the puzzle terras up to the gold level, that I could at least, almost without cheating at all. Well, cheating, looking it up. But anyway, we're not here for that. Not here for the medieval thing, because there is a new DLC, Ancient Egypt, which I'll be showcasing for you today. So, what is it? Well, essentially, it is TerraScape, but Ancient Egypt. Now, that doesn't mean that suddenly all the buildings suddenly just are still the same with just a fresh paint of Ancient Egypt, because of course, the buildings are all Ancient Egypt themed. The combinations of buildings are quite different, and there's also a slight new mechanic added to the whole affair. Now, I've not played too much of this yet, because I don't want to showcase it, but now let's do a scenario so I can explain, I can show off what I mean. So in this case, we just get 3 of the decks that we get to pick from, only a maximum of 2. Let's see how far we can get. Because of course, we are playing in Egypt, so most of the map is probably desert. You can see. So we need to harness the power of the desert and prepare the land for a thriving city. So we need to find a place to put our obelisk. Quite as grandiose as a castle, perhaps, but it'll do. Right, so we have got various little oases, called velds over here. Actually, the oasis is a particular biome. Velds usually sink into that livable space, but not especially wet. We also have some unidentified plants, as well as unidentified mineral resources. We'll get to this in a moment. Right. Where do we have space? Most space down here. Let's put the obelisk down there. I entrust this mission to you, Grand Vizier. Land has been revealed to me as stable and full of potential. Do not disappoint me, as you first make it usable for our people. Okay. Get some pharaoh cards. We built some shadoofs. Shadoofs essentially extend the water regions from oases and from the Nile onto the desert. Turning the land around it into velds. Also potentially allowing us to expand the terrain into something usable. So let's put that one here. See, it is now expanded the oasis region. Find a good location. Expand another area. A little harder, but okay. And let's keep doing that until we have more space to work with. Right, so now we can get the worker camp. The worker camp essentially turns desert into terrain we can use, like velds. But they need to be built on oasis time. Then they can expand from there. I'll upgrade the obelisk. And we can get either Geb or Bastet. Geb is essentially farming, Bastet is city building. I do like the aesthetic they made for this. Right? Get some Geb. Okay, so now we can build the fields. We can place on the velds. However, as you can see, the fields can upgrade themselves if they are standing on something called gimmets. Gimmets? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but that's fine. But we can't build those just yet. So for now, we'll just make do with what we have. And we have the farmhand camp. Farm camps turned oases and velds into gimmets. How convenient. This way. It automatically upgrades any things we already have placed. Because this is just the first level, so they can still be improved. Let's get parts from both sets. And as you can see in the background as well, the Nile occasionally floods. Now in a flooded state, we can't really do much with it, other than maybe get some boats on there, but we don't have that deck yet, so not as relevant right now. So we have changed the desert, not yet. We need to place some fields, okay, so we need some more gap cards. Oh, the field seems to be quite dry, so that the workers ready meeting is. We need fan. We get the most effective coverage with the yeah, let's get stuff. Yeah, the water has receded. We have these alluvial areas, which we can put farms on if we had the deck for it, but we don't, so for now it's just background decoration. That's building stuff. And we see now we have developed the Renoria. We can begin irrigating our fields. Never again will famine afflict us. Well, we'll hope that. And we can build the Noria, which turns Kemet 1s into Kemet 2s. Nice. We do want that. It is important to keep in mind that the state of each field is kind of dependent on the buildings keeping it active. So if I don't have one right now, but if I had a demolition card, I could remove the farmhand camp. However, that would remove all the Kemets. Unless the fields underneath were already upgraded to the level that this thing cannot provide. Right, let's get some more. Can't get any more. Now, of course, we still have mergeable buildings, like the Greater Noria. So I have unlocked these in a slightly different playthroughs because I see what I could find. But for now, we really only care about the Greater Noria. So let us get that going. Finishing Z, we now have a field 2. Now, I do want to create a pairing of 3 with this, so we'll get to keep the fields a bit clear. Where can I get the most bang for buck? Okay. Noria. want to do that game, but you need to give me the cards. Come on, give me. Game is being difficult again. Again, upgrade. So we are now unlocked Bastet. Bastet, rather. Again, I don't know for certain how this is pronounced. I'm guessing. Alright, can I trade for it? I cannot. Find some places to put houses. Right, so this is all pretty much farming area, so let's put houses over here on the fields. And now we can also build stables. We can upgrade fields even further. Of course I can't do that right now because I don't have space for it. Just all that for that. I can. Or not. Apparently I cannot. So we can use the well to turn belt into jets. If I can place it. Turn upgrades the housing. Let's get some juice going. Finally, Moria. Now I can't use it. Let's retry. Did not manage to get what I wanted to do. It's annoying. Well, it's frustrating me a little bit at least. Set up some areas, water camps, do their magic. Off the gib. Let's keep doing that until we've completely formed the desert into our desired form. Okay. Okay. Get the scouts. Allows us to identify these plants. Get some roofs. Nice. Produce more farmland. So let's create some space for more areas. Hope that the game is going to be generous. Okay. Good. That has a much greater range. And now we need to do that a couple more times. And the next one over there. But in the meantime, also lock that. Get some housing, and we'll put that over there. Create those. And we can place bazaars, upgrade housing. It turns the land into get. Don't approve of my gameplay? Still need more Noria, so could you please give me some? There we go. Everything is covered very nicely. Eliminate anything liquid needs. Not much else. And after the geologists start identifying all faucets and use the scouts to identify more plants. You also use the scouts to remove blockers in the water like crocodiles and stuff, but here that's here. And we can also start making plants over there. Okay. A bit more open on this side. Getting close. A doof. I think I can read that now. Give me a Noria, please. Put in a shrine somewhere. Upgrade housing to level 4. Is Well, it just gives me a chance for points. Out. Plans here. Be identified. Finally. And that has done it. So yeah. Game. Yep. And that essentially is the new Ancient Egypt DLC for TerraScape. New deck of cards, unlocked in a very appropriate theme, which will provide for many more hours of puzzling that I might just go and do. We'll see. In any case, that'll do for this episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Bye.